Hi, this is Todd V.
And I'm Erin Ludlam.
And this is another segment for Arts Quest.
And we're coming to you this segment from Uncorked Wine Bar.
The upstairs loft, one of our favorite places to hang out. In this segment, we're going to meet Gary Lockwood from the Standing Rock Cultural Arts Center.
My name is Gary Lockwood, and we're at Standing Rock Cultural Arts in Kent, Ohio.
I'm Jeff Ingram. I'm the Executive Director of Standing Rock Cultural Arts, and I'm in charge of programming our events and activities.
It's about building community through the arts. Kent had no cohesive organization to pull artists together, to do programs, to expand consciousness, and to offer classes and workshops. So over a period of time, Jeff Ingram, my partner, and I, we decided what was important, and it's building community through the arts, and that's what Standing Rock's all about. We've built it by doing community programs. The backbone of Standing Rock is the New World Children's Theater that Jeff Ingram is the director of and the creator of it. And the kids write their plays, they make their costumes, make the sets, they do pretty much everything. It's a very unique program.
New World Children's Theater started in 1993 with the New World Puppet Theater. In this space right here, myself and Jeff St. Clair built a little marionette studio back here that's hidden at the moment, but there was a couple young kids, which were kids of friends of ours, that kept on coming to us and saying, let's do a puppet show, let's do a puppet show. I have a degree in theater. I have difficulty sometimes assembling actors because they're all busy with jobs. So I said, well, puppets, you don't have to assemble actors. Let's work with these kids and see what we can come up with. So we wrote a couple small short scripts out. The kids came, they did glove puppets, we did marionettes, and they became kind of a hit for the first 2 or 3 years. We did regular shows like 3 or 4 times a year. Then the kids started to get older and said, we want to really act. And believe it or not, we acted in this space. We had a little stage back here, had 8 kids hiding back in the bathroom and stuff, writing their own plays. Coming up with their dialogue, building their sets out of cardboard, painting the sets. And it's just grown from there. And I've really found that as far as playwriting goes, kids have the best ideas. They're always funny, and they always have some commentary on what life's about, what society's about.
But that had us in the community in a small way, and we've built on that. We do free programs in downtown Kent 10 months out of the year. Starting with an ice carving in February and going through Cider Fest in November. And we have a film festival that we do, an International Short Film Festival, and we have a large Earth Day celebration called Who's Your Mama?
Who's Your Mama Earth Day and Environmental Film Festival started out in 2007. It was an idea of mine and Chris Craycroft of the Portage Park District, who's a big environmental advocate, about how to celebrate Earth Day, because there was no really big celebration, and not just celebrate it, but have films that educate about the environment. We saw that there was an environmental film festival in Washington, D.C., but there was nothing in this area, and so we thought, wow, an environmental film festival around Earth Day, what a good idea. And it was her idea to call it Who's Your Mama Earth Day, Environmental Film Festival. And it's always been a passion of mine to work with ecological activities and find ways to preserve and celebrate Mother Earth. And this opportunity arose, and I just ran with it. I said, there's lots of green businesses starting up now. Let's invite them. Let's block off Main Street. Let's showcase solar power, wind power. Let's see what people can do with their homes, inside their homes, on their lawns. There are so many ways to expand with protecting and preserving the environment and celebrating Mother Earth, because every day is Earth Day in my opinion. I love the planet, I love life, and I think it's worth protecting.
When we started the events, we would get a handful of people that come to them. Now they're full, the venue is full. When we show movies at night in the center down here in town in the park, it's full. There's no room for it. So the community stepped up. We get more financial help from them, more donations, more businesses are involved in our programs. Jeff runs all those things. He does a great job, but it's built up. The gallery that we're in, North Water Street Gallery, it benefits by it. We get more people down in here. It was the backbone for the Main Street Kent program that is here. How did we get started as Standing Rock? Jeff, I had a cultural arts organization in Kent before. It was the Kent Creative Art Guild, and had fairly good success with it. Then I moved out of the area, and I had known Jeff for a long time. He was encouraging me whenever I was here, let's start an art organization, let's do another art organization. And I moved back here in '97, and we started having more talks about it until I said that we could go ahead and do it. I knew how to do it from before. I'd been involved in other art organizations, so the foundation was easy for us to build, because that was the key, is to have a good solid foundation. Well, we just copied what I had done successfully before, and then just took the ball and ran with it from there. Decided what kind of programs we wanted to do, how we wanted to do them. We decided that once we decided to do a program, we were going to do it whether we had the money to or not. So we've more than often haven't had the money that we've needed to do the programming that we do, but because we get cooperation from artists and people in town, we're able to do them.
Have you put this together in such a way that maybe other towns and villages could emulate your model?
Oh, easy. Yeah, it's easy. All they need is a good leader. That's the hard part. If they have somebody who's dedicated to the art, it's a really simple format that could go in any community with some cooperation. Yeah.
So it's incumbent on getting cooperation from your community.
And the art community first off, because they have to be instrumental in the initial phases of it, because nobody gets paid. I mean, people don't seem to want to pay artists. They'll pay to go see movie stars, but artists in their community, they have a hard time paying. So until you get a track record, you need people to cooperate. You need artists to show their work, musicians to play music, dancers to dance, with looking to the future to know that if they get their programs established and get themselves established through an art organization, then the money comes down the road. Find a strong leader. That's really the key. That's what gets grants, is leadership. If you don't have strong, I could go to any community in the country pretty much and find talented artists that can do stuff, that have these wonderful ideas for programs, for events, but there's not the leadership to get it done. That is really the key. If you have a good leader who's dedicated, who will put the time in, knowing that he won't get paid a lot of money, or she won't get paid a lot of money, that's what will make it work. You need that kind of dedication.
If people want to get involved, learn more about Standing Rock Cultural Arts, you have a website?
We do. It's standingrock.net, and all the information's on there, all the contact information's on there. I'm retiring. Jeff Ingram is the executive director, and Tina Puckett is the new president. They'll be more than happy to talk to anybody about anything to do with the arts. And I'm available for consultations, and I'm going to keep my finger in the arts.